Hey everyone, it is Sarah, and in spirit of the final season of Game of Thrones coming out, I'm going to do a Game of Thrones tour of New York City, starting with this place, a Game of Thrones inspired shop. But there's going to be more included in this video, including an armed combat league where you can joust and much, much more. So stay tuned because I'm going to be covering it all here. But first, of course, let's take that shot. For a Game of Thrones inspired shot, come here to Barcelona Bar. They offer a very interesting experience when you do this shot. I'm not going to give you any spoilers because I'm going to take it right now, but it's inspired to fire and ice, and the ingredients include peppermint, cinnamon, and vanilla. So let's go take it right now.
Welcome to Westeros, where we'll find out who will sit the Iron Throne. Will it be Daenerys Stormborn? Will it be Jon Snow, the King of the North? Troy Valyrian Steel. Fight for those who cannot fight for themselves. Hold the door. Hold door. Ah, that's right. We must drink. Your watch has begun. It begins. It ends when you drink this shot, or at the time of your death.
Okay.
One last thing to say to you, and that is shame, 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 shame.
So I take it. Oh my god. Woo! Woo!
I have seen the White Raven. Winter is here.
Yes! I'm so ready for this. So one of the things that is really cool about this place is they do all themed shots. Now, I did a whole video on Harry Potter things to do in New York, and they have a Harry Potter shot here as well. They have tons of different themed shots, so they have just a massive selection, and most of these shots include music or props or both, like the Game of Thrones one. One is called the Harry Potter one, of course. We got SpongeBob SquarePants. We got Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. I'm very curious what that is. Return of the King, so that's Lord of the Rings themed. Rocky, Indiana Jones, Top Gun, Pokemon, Hamilton, Darth Vader. The list just goes on and on. So if you are a fan of one of these, you gotta come here and do a shot. That's all I'm saying, especially Game of Thrones. Easily one of the most badass Game of Thrones experience type things here in New York is the Armed Combat League at Sword Class NYC. Here you'll learn how to fight like those epic warriors you've seen in the show. And you get to try on the armor if you reach that level. Now, I am not at that level. This is so heavy. I'm getting a workout just holding this thing. But I'm going to show you the behind the scenes today because they have a tournament. I'm going to talk to some of the warriors. I'm going to put on some of the outfits. And we're going to watch this battle begin. So let's start this. All right, this is Tom. He's going to be fighting today. Yeah. And is the armor custom made for you?
Yeah, you send measurements overseas. Some people get body casts made.
What companies make armor, and how much does it cost to get a whole suit?
There are sets between $1,500 for a basic splint, like adjustable sets, and then there are real custom, like $12,000, $15,000, gothic, you know, with the fluting and all the beautiful stuff that you see in movies.
The stuff in the Museum of Natural History.
Exactly.
And how much does it weigh once you have it all on you?
Depending on what it's made of and how thick it is, it can be maybe 70 pounds total to even 100 pounds for the real bulky sets.
Can you show me like a few of the weapons and what they're specialty for?
Standard two-handed axe. So if you want to be a one-hander, you can use a mace.
Okay.
Generally have a shield with you.
The shield on one hand, the mace on the other.
For duels, we generally see arming swords.
All right, well, good luck today.
Thank you.
How's that work? Your team wins or you win?
The team wins.
The team
always wins.
And what's your team?
I'm on the New York Sentinels, the Huntington Harlequin. We have the Brooklyn Black Company, and we also have the New York Furies, which is our first women's team.
Ooh, yes.
Pretty great.
Well, good luck today.
Thank you.
I hope your team wins.
So do I.
I look forward to watching.
Thank you.
I'm going to put on this helmet, which feels like it weighs 15 pounds. It is solid metal. The interior has all this padding here. Have a face cover. Just holding it in my hand, I'm already tired. Oh my God. The helmet's on. It's incredibly heavy. But what blows my mind is when they're fighting, they put this part over
You can barely see. Like, I can really barely see what's going on here. They got this strap, which keeps it together in some way. Fighting. Oh!
I was just speaking to the owner, and he told me that you can do classes like this, or starting late spring, early summer, they're actually going to be doing free classes for the community. To get more information on those free classes, you just go to santasnights.org. This is seriously one of the most incredible things I've ever seen in New York. If you don't want to learn armed combat, like me, I'm scared, especially after seeing it, but you know, it's a thing for a lot of people. A lot of people love this. You can actually just come and watch a match. They have matches about once a month, sometimes more than once a month. And it's worth coming to just for one at least, because it's like you're watching Game of Thrones in real life. Pretty cool. If you're a Game of Thrones super fan, then you must come here to the Gatehouses at Kings County Distillery. This building looks like a castle. It couldn't be more fitting for a Game of Thrones trivia. This place actually has a really interesting history as well. It was built in the late 1800s and used by the Navy until 1960. Today, it's run by Kings County Distillery. They produce their own whiskey and have a tasting room here. So while you enjoy the trivia, you can enjoy some locally produced whiskeys. But let's go check out that trivia, and I'm going to test my skills on Game of Thrones.
I'm Tanya.
I'm Nikki.
We are 1,000 Eyes in One. We podcast about Game of Thrones and all things A Song of Ice and Fire, and we also host a trivia night at the Gatehouses at Kings County Distillery.
Okay, our trivia questions draw from the books, from the show. Every time we do a trivia night, we always ask whether there are show watchers or book readers in the audience so we can make the playing field pretty level. We also do anagrams and Pictionary.
And there are prizes. You can win free drinks, you can win random Game of Thrones themed tokens.
All right, so I just got to trivia, and the first step is to choose your team name. Let's just say Ari's Angels. You guys better not steal it when you come here. What are the 3 orders of the Night's Watch? I know that Rangers is one of them. This is truly shameful that I can't remember.
What are Oberyn Martell's daughters collectively known as?
What are the name of Daenerys' 3 dragons?
Sad again. I really need to rewatch this series because I am just a fail.
These are all book titles. All right, time to do some Pictionary.
Okay.
Oh, Hodor!
Yes! Woo! All right. They asked all different levels of questions, so whether you're an expert or you're a beginner, super fun. And I'm just super excited for the new season to begin. That's all I'm saying.
For more information about 1,000 Eyes in One podcast and trivia, visit us at 1000eyespodcast.com. You can also find us on Twitter as 1000 Eyes One, and we're on Facebook and Instagram, 1,000 Eyes in One.
20 minutes outside of Manhattan is this magical experience. It's medieval times, hence my crown. This truly takes you back into the medieval times. You'll feel the Game of Thrones vibes from the moment you walk in. You really feel like you're in a kingdom. And there's tons of like little special experiences you can do here. Like I got knighted. I felt very important.
In the eyes of God, in the names of Saint Michael and Saint James, I hereby duck thee Queen of the realm.
Well, essentially what happens is you get your food, then you watch jousting and knight fighting here like a bunch of savages. You eat with your hands. It's just such a fun night out. So what's the process for becoming a knight?
Well, if you saw those guys running around hanging off our weapons, that's how you start off.
Oh, okay.
And when you do that, they teach you how to do the sword fighting. They teach you all the choreography. They teach you how to ride a horse. I had actually never ridden a horse before I came here. Yeah.
How long is the whole process?
It took me like 9 months.
What's the last thing they teach you, like the most difficult part?
When I lost the joust, I had to jump off the horse.
Oh,
that's the most difficult part. Yeah.
Because you could easily get hurt.
Oh yeah,
really
it's just about confidence. And the most surprising thing to me was finding out how hard it is to throw flowers really far distances. That was extremely surprising to me.
Fun times. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. video. Got my little support hat for the Green Knight.
Green
So
team.
cheers to
There we go.
that, yeah. New York City tour company Fable & Lark now offers an interactive tour experience here at the Met that is based off of the epic adventures of Game of Thrones and Lord of the Rings. This tour is called Crown and Profit. These tours use the art to illuminate the stories and the stories to highlight the art. This fast-paced interactive experience takes participants on an adventure through the Metropolitan Museum of Art that explores the influences on some classic fantasies and the connections between them. It also shows you places within the museum that will remind you of the epic stories of Game of Thrones and Lord of the Rings. Archery is commonly seen in Game of Thrones, and you can actually do it here in New York at Pro Line Archery. I'm pretty terrible, but I've taken a lesson. Let's see if I can even hit this target. Nope, didn't do it, but it did stick to the wall, and that's an improvement from falling directly on the ground. If you don't have HBO and don't want to download it illegally online, then you can watch it at one of the weekly watch parties at East Village Tavern or Park Life. And actually, Park Life not only has the show, but they also have curling. So you can do both at the same time. That's amazing. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, remember to subscribe, follow me on Instagram at Sarah Funky, and watch my other NYC videos. I have tons of them. I'll see you next time.